Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. Today I'm going to show you how to ship your LS engine or Hemi engine or whatever engine you want to ship across the continent for a pretty reasonable price. I've been doing this for quite a while, quite a few years. I've never paid more than $200 to ship an engine. I've shipped axles, I've shipped transfer cases, I've shipped transmissions, I've had things shipped to me. You don't have to wish you were closer anymore. You can actually be closer. So what you're going to do is hop on the internet. If you're in the lower 48, I don't know about Canada actually, but in the lower 48 what you'll do is hop on the internet, type in Fastenal freight. This is one of those things that I take for granted. I'm aware of Fastenal because I've worked in manufacturing pretty much all my life. And I take it for granted that everybody knows about it, and not everybody does. So type in Fastenal freight, roll down to the blue lane freight. You click this. It's going to take you to a window. Your product, our trucks, accept the cookies. Somewhere in here is, there we go, get a shipping quote. So you put your zip code in. I'm going to put mine in. Continue, and then you put your ship from, you put your ship to. We'll do 95027. I have no idea where that is, I just made it up. Your typical V8 wears somewhere around 500-600 pounds. It doesn't matter about the value because they're not going to pay for anything that's not fully crated, and I don't fully crate them. Length 48, width 40, height 48, shipment description, engine, this stuff here. Put your name and address and everything in. You put your payer zip code in. You can put a picture in if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. Do the CAPTCHA. Say that I've agreed. You send a request. Click that. And in a few hours, we can close that. In a few hours, you'll get something like this. The blue lane freight quote. And it'll tell you the quoted rate right here, and it'll give you a shipping number right here. It'll tell you where you're going to drop it off at. It'll tell you where they're going to pick it up at. And in order to proceed, you click this, which brings you back to more. You enter your shipment number, which is here. You hit next, you enter your contact information. It guides you along. I'm not going to do this again because I've already done it. It guides you along, and in the end you hit submit. What you get next is this, a shipment confirmation. It'll tell you to call your local place. It'll tell you how much you're paying. Again, you pay that at the store. My local store today didn't take cash for some reason, so I wasn't prepared, and I have to go back tomorrow and pay it. But because it's not within, it's not in a crate, it's not fully enclosed, it's not going to be insured. That's all you got to know. We'll go outside and we'll take a look at what it looks like when you actually load it up. Alright, so once you have your quote from Fastenal, like I said, it's going to be around 150 bucks anywhere east of the Mississippi. I'm in Michigan, so I'm sending this to Tennessee for 152. I'd probably send it to Florida for, 165. They're all pretty much the same. There's a couple things you need to know though. Number one, when you give them the dimensions, I should have taken charge of this. I tend to make assumptions about things that I probably shouldn't. The guy who bought this from me, he went ahead and Googled the dimensions of an LS and the weight of an LS, and that's how he got his quote. It's going to go on a standard size pallet, which is 40 inches wide by 48 inches long. And the reason that you're going to use a standard size pallet is because when they figure out, they assume this stuff's not stackable. So what they're doing is they're figuring out every square foot, not cubic foot, of their cargo floor in their truck, and that's how they're charging you. So they're assuming they can't put anything on top of this, and it's going to take up 40 by 48 inches, which raised his quote I don't know, 16 bucks or something. Not a lot, but it did raise it up a little bit. Then what you have to actually accept the quote, and then they'll come back, and then you just go drop it off, and we'll go do that right now. It's pretty easy. Pull up here with a forklift, pick it up, off it goes. Oh, the other thing is it has to be contained within the pallet, which means that you can't break the plane. You have to stay within your 40 inch by 48 inch envelope. The fan can't come over the end. The manifolds can't stick off the edge. With an LS, it fits on a, even big blocks fit on a standard pallet just fine. So not really a problem. Could be a problem if you're doing like a Cummins or something like that, but for your standard V8, not a problem. And then what they'll do, I'm going to take this to Grand Rapids, which is my nearest city. It's about 40 miles away from me, and then you go to your nearest city and pick it up. They'll load it right up in your truck for you. So we'll be right back. All right, so I'm at my local Fastenal. I'm going to take my quote from my email. I'm going to go inside and pay for it. It'll have a shipping number on it and everything. And once you do that, you back up to the door. Well, they'll tell you what to do at your specific store, but I'm going to back up to the door. They're going to load it. You can see here, they just send you this back. You're good to go. You got a shipment number, the exact cost. I'm going to remove all your excuses. I'm going to set this up here so you can see how they come unload it. And I'm going to go in and pay. And Coco's going to stay out here and bark. And everything's going to be gloriously easy. I'll be right back. That's it. You're done. Engine's off to its new home, or your engine's on its way to you, and you have one less excuse for why you're not doing burnouts and doing cool stuff. So let me pull out from in front of the door so I don't look like a freak. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. That's how you send an engine, transmission, rear end, whatever you want, you can send this way. You don't have to wish you were closer. You can actually use technology to make things closer to you. So go make some money or something. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. Peanut says goodbye. Coconut says she'll see you in hell. And we'll all see you next time on The Driveway Engineer.